I click outside, it looks thicker. So click on it back. The shape outline, the color, I'll make it thick black. Or let's make it thick blue. You see that? But this is not still giving us insights. What can we include? The figures for each slice. So click on the chart, click on this plus icon, and then click on data labels. Check it. But the data labels is not showing properly. What can we do? Come over to data labels. You see this arrow here. Click on the arrow. Then click on data callouts. Okay? Now, when you click on data callouts, there's a beautiful thing. You can click and drag it as you want. But before we do that, okay, let's come back to more options. Okay, so what should it show? What should the label contain? Category name. I don't need the category name. I only need the percentage and the value. Okay, so I will now come back here. I will click and drag this. Okay, any one of them, I can click and drag them to where I want it to be. Do you see that? Okay, I can say, okay, this one, click and drag it to this place. It will reference it like this. I can say, okay, this one, click and drag it to this place. To reference it like this. I can say, okay, this one, click and drag it to this place. To reference it like this. Do you see that? I can say, okay, this one, click and drag it to this place. To reference it like this. Do you see that? Okay, and I'm done with my first visual. So with this visual, anybody that just sees this, oh, wow, nice. Brown is commercial. So commercial, the commercial location made $3 million, which is 23% of the entire data. So I'm done with my first visual. What visual is next? So let's look at, because I said I want to do months and cities at the bottom. So let's look at this two next. Let's look at this two next. Sales and profit by product category. Sales and profit by product category. So how many product categories do we even have? I think there are quite much actually. So let's go back to our visual. I'm going to close this now. Zoom out. I've seen our visual already, isn't it? So I'm going to come back to category. Okay, the categories are not much. Nice. So sales and profit. So where do I have sales and profit? So I have sales here. I don't have profit. So I'm going to include profit to values. Beautiful. So this is sum of sales, sum of profits. So I'm going to include currency here. You already know how to do this. That's why I'm speeding through it. Include currency to profit. Then insert a pivot chart. So that is just how it is. After you're done with your analysis, just begin to insert charts. And I've even forgotten. So what stage are we in now? What stage of the pivots of the data analytics this thing are we in? So I will make use of column charts. Nobody is answering. What stage are we in? I'll say okay. So we are done with analysis. We've analyzed using pivot tables. So now we are creating visuals by so visualization, beautiful. So that's under the share phase. Okay. So I have this visual. What do I do? Control X to cut it. I'll come to my dashboard. I will click outside first, then paste it. When I paste, see where I pasted to. I will drag it inside my this thing here. Isn't it? Then let me zoom in. First thing you should do, okay? First, hide all these value field buttons. Right click on this, hide all field buttons on chart. It creates more space for your visual. Okay, you can then close it if you want, or expand it as you wish. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, click this plus icon. Okay. Now, where I have axis, I'll come to this place. I'm going to deselect primary vertical. I don't need those values there. Okay, because I'm going to include the values for each bar. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come to data label. Okay. Now looking at data label, if I select data label, see how it's showing. Let's expand. Now, this would be nice. This would be nice. This would be nice. Okay, this looks better, but it's overlapping the bars. Okay, so what I will simply do, the best thing I can do is to go back and just insert my axis back. I don't need data labels. Okay, I'll just use this one as a comparison. All right, so I'm going to close this. Yes, we can reduce this one size. Can reduce the size. Okay, so let's drag this here. All right, and then quickly we design it. So come to format, shape outline. I'm going to make use of weight, this weight. The color of the shape outline is which color? This color, isn't it? I think it's too weighted. Beautiful. Okay, and I'm done with this. So I think what I need, what's left here, the title of the chart. I'm going to select title, chart title. Okay, and what's the title of the chart? Sales and profits by product category. You see that? So make it bold, give it color, and underline it. Okay, increase the size a bit, and then I'll drag it to the corner like this. You see that? So you can change the colors of this bar. Let me change the color of this bar. If you click on one bar, all the bars get selected. But if you want to change the color of just one bar, you click on it again. You get it. So just going to change the color of this to this, change the color of this orange to the thick orange, burnt orange. Then this line that is showing here, click on the line and click delete on your keyboard. It deletes it automatically. Your legend, if you don't want it to be at the side here, come to this plus icon, come to legend, click on this arrow, and you can denote where it should be. You want it at the bottom, left, top. You see that? So let's make use of top. Close it in a bit. And we're fine with this. Okay? So, you see that? Two charts already. So moving on. Let's go. What again? Top 10 products by sales. So how do you do top 10? How do you do top 10? How do you do top 10? So products. These are the products, isn't it? So we want to see the top 10 products by sales. So let me insert a new pivot table. Choice. Indicate done. Thank you very much. Okay, so product name to rows, sales to values, and let me insert my currency. So it's not about it looking very eye-catching or the eye-catching aspect. I would say probably because I've been used to creating dashboard. Okay, but even with all I'm doing, okay, this is not the best I can build. But if I decide to make it complex, many of you here will not get it. Okay, that is the reason why, even though I'm trying to make it simple, I still try as much as possible to just make sure that, okay, it is a nice looking dashboard, something that you can post online, okay, and you won't receive so many backlash. Okay, so back to products. Now, I want to do top 10. See how you do top 10. Right click on the product, what is it called? The product category, this product name rather, anyone. Right click. Then come to where you have filter and click top 10. So top 10 items by sum of sales, click OK. So it just gives you the top 10 alone. Do you see that? So I'm going to go ahead and insert pivot table now, or pivot chart. Click pivot chart. I'll use a bar chart this time around. And I'll say okay. So I'll click this, Ctrl X to cut it. Come to my dashboard, click outside, then Ctrl V to paste. Do you see that? Now I'm going to click and drag this to the end here. And what did I say you should always do? First thing, right click on this and then hide all field buttons. Then click on this value below. Click delete on your keyboard. Click on this line. Click delete on your keyboard. Click on this total. You don't need it telling you that that's the total. Click delete on your keyboard. Then this one at the top, rename the chart to say top 10 products by sales. Then you do your normal formatting. Drag it to the corner. So click on any bar. All the bars get selected. Then I'll give it my normal color that I've been using. Beautiful. Do you see that? So I'm going to include data labels for this one. Click this plus icon and then click data labels. So you see that it includes data labels at the end of the bar. Okay? So click on the chart back, format, include shape outline. The weight should be this, and the color should be this. And you are done with that. So you can see that it's really not that hard. It's as if you're just repeating the same process again and again. Pivot table, pivot chart, copy, paste, and that's all. And then format it properly. And you can see how hard I am trying to make sure it aligns. Do you see that? So if you are building your own chart as well, make sure it aligns. Okay? So, top 10 products by sales, done. Then, which one again? Top 5 stores by sales and profits. So let's do top 5 stores by sales and profits. So, Maven Toys, location, so top 5 stores. So these are the stores. Okay? So I'm going to right click, filter, top 10. Then I will change this to 5. I need just the 5. By what? Total sales. Yes, I'll click OK. Now this is the top 5 by total sales. What is the profit we're making from these stores? What is the profit? I will now go ahead and insert profit for this. So I will drag profits to values. Okay? Profit to values. Then I will double click this. No, I'm going to double click. So double click the header and include my currency. Total profits. Okay. So now I can insert a pivot chart. I can use this if I want. But I said I should use this. Now it won't be so nice. Let me use column. Okay. All right. Click Control C or Control X. Support. Come to my dashboard. Now on my dashboard, select outside first before pasting. That's pasted. Do you see that? So I will click, I will drag it inside. Seems like there's no space. Let's see, can we close this up a bit? Let's close it up a bit. So let's drag this. Let's do the same thing for this. Nice. Do the same thing for this. And then these values, if you want to increase them or you want to change the color, just click on it. Everything gets selected. So most of all these things, you can click on them and format. The way I click on it now, I can change the color to maybe orange if I want. I can make it bold if I want. I can increase the size if I want. Do you see that? Okay. So most of these things are editable if you want. Okay. This one as well. Make it bold if you want. Okay. So they are editable. I'm going to drag this in here. First things first, hide all field buttons. So right click. If this one is not working, if you right click, come here, right click, hide all field buttons. Beautiful. So close this. No, doesn't look nice. Okay, so now for the legend, click this plus icon. The legend, I'm going to take it to the top. Nice. Then I will now include chart title. So I will rename the chart sales or top 5 stores by sales and profits. Control A, make it bold, orange, underline, increase the size, and take it to the corner. So close this up a bit. Close this up a bit. Nice. And then I'm going to come to format, shape outline, weight 1.5, shape outline, color, this. Beautiful. Now I'll change this color as well. And then click on this bar, change the color as well. And I'm done with that. Okay. And look at what we've done so far. Do you see that? Okay. So finally, 2 charts. Instead of squeezing them, are you able to expand the size of the... Yes, you can expand the size of the dashboard. Okay. But when we're done, you will see that we're not squeezing them. Okay. When we're done, you will see we're not squeezing them. There's something I'm going to show you. Then you see that, oh, actually we did not squeeze like that. Okay. So now, what again? We want to do... So this is done. Done. So we want to do sales by month and then top 10 cities by sales and profits. Now watch something. for your top 10 cities by sales and profits. Location. Where is cities? This is cities, right? So this is sales. Profit is taking average. So let us do sum. Say okay. So this is sales and profits. Then do top 10. Right? Click filter top 10 by total sales. Okay. All right. So what exactly determines the choice of charts? Beautiful. Now, you mostly use bar charts, pie charts as bar charts, column charts, pie charts as beginners, mostly. Okay. So if you have a categorical variable against a quantitative variable, for instance, now sales is quantitative, location or month or anything that is text like this is categorical. Okay. So most of these times you'll be using pie charts, column charts, or bar charts. Now, look at this kind of scenario. If I want to insert a pie chart now, I now come to pivot table analyze, pivot charts. Instead of using bar charts or column charts, I now come to pie. See what I will be having. This is don't try this. Please, don't try. See, your pie chart, once you have more than 4 categories, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once it's more than 4, don't use pie charts. Please, if I see anything like this, because I state it again and again and again, once the categories are too much like this, just stick to a column chart or a bar chart, please. How many slices do I want to be looking at? Okay, so click this, Ctrl X to cut, then I'll go and paste, dashboard, click outside, Ctrl V to paste. Okay, so, but this is not what I want to do. I'm going to come back here. So, insert a new pivot chart. I'm going to insert a bar chart like this. I'll say okay. So click on it, Ctrl X to cut, come to my dashboard, Ctrl V to paste. So I'll drag it into here, and then I'll resize. Like this. Okay? Then I'll do my formatting as I've been doing. Format, shape outline, width is this. So you can see that it's as if I'm just performing the same step if I want to format it, if I want to change the color or something. Isn't it? So let me zoom in. I'll right click on values. I'll right click here where I have store city. Hide all field buttons on charts. So my legend, take it to the top. Top. Include chart title. I'll rename my chart. Top 10 cities by sales and profits. Ctrl A to highlight. Click on home. Change the color, make it bold, underline, increase the size. Then I'll drag it to corner here. Now change the color of the bar. Click on it once. Change the color the first time. Click on these ones as well. Change the color for this. All right. Then I'm going to click on this. Click on the line. Make sure it is the line that is selected. Okay, once you see that, once you see this like this, it is the line that is selected. So click delete. Then do for this one as well. Click delete on your keyboard. Okay, so we're done with that. Then finally, sales by month. So when you're looking at, sales by a particular date, I said date. Maybe you're looking at sales by time or days or months, you best use line chart. So for this one now, I'm going to make use of a line chart. I'm going to click on pivot table analyze, pivot chart, and then I will select line. Click on line and say OK. All right. And I'm going to click this Ctrl X. I'll come to my dashboard. Click outside, Ctrl V to paste. Then I'll take it inside here and expand it. Beautiful, isn't it? I'll first delete these lines. Okay, hide all field buttons. I don't need this to tell me total. I'll change the title of the chart. Sales by months. Make it bold, give the color, increase, underline. All right, now drag it to the end here. I'll click on the line. Now change the color of the line. Why is the line not changing color? What's happening? Okay, I think it's outline I should use. Right click, then come to outline and change the outline color. Good. Okay, then click on these values at the bottom. I think we can make these ones bigger. Make it bold. Same thing for this. Make it bigger, make it bold. Same thing for this as well. Bold. Can I make it bigger? Yes, nice. Same thing for this as well. Can I make it bigger? Yes, make it bold. Beautiful. Okay, and we are done with our dashboard. So the final thing is what? Our slicers. Slice by month and year, slice by location. So see what happens now. See what happens. Okay, I'm coming. Now, see what happens. This is my dashboard. Okay? This is my dashboard. All right? Now, I want to insert slicers. Now, see what happens. I want to slice by what? I'm slicing by location and month and year. Okay, how do I insert slicers? Let's insert for location first. I'm going to come to insert. Okay, slicer. All right. Okay, don't go this route. Click on any chart on this place at all. I'll click on this one. Okay, I'll come to pivot chart analyze, and then I'll click on insert slicer. So insert slicer for what? I'll say for location. Where's location? Store location. Then I will insert for year. Okay, I can also insert for months, but let's leave months out of it for now. I'll click OK. So these are two slicers. This is the first one. You see that? This is the second one. Now, before I go ahead and do anything, I want you to see what happens now. Currently, this data is showing for all the information on my sheet. Okay? This is the total sales. This is the total profits, transactions, profits by product category, blah, 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 blah. This is the summary in total. But if I want to see for only the year 2018, I want to see this same detail, everything, all this visual, but for only the year 2018. If I click on 2018, see what happens. Do you notice that this line changed? Now it changed just January to September. Now I'm going to show you something. 2017, you see that it changed, but the remaining are not changing, isn't it? Now I'm going to edit that. Let me cancel this, clear filter. Now I'm going to show you how to fix that. Right click on your slicer and then click report connections. Now under report connections, all you have to do is do what? You see all this pivot table that you've created? Just select everything. Select everything. And then say okay. All right. Now this slicer is connected to all the pivot charts that you have here. Okay. I can see that something is loading down here. So I'll just let it load and let it do its stuff. So it's done. Now see what happens when I click 2018 alone. Are you ready? 2018. Excel is hanging. Let's give it a minute. Once it loads, just look at what happens here. It's loading. Did you notice the total sales, the total profits, the transactions, the profit margin? All the visuals are edited to show detail for only 2018. Do you see that? Okay. If it is for only 2017 I want to see, I'll click on 2017. I'll leave it to load. Leave it to load for only 2017. And you see how everything will update automatically. Do you see that? So this is data analysis. Okay. So these are my card visuals. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Let me clear filter here first. So I'll do the same connection stuff for this one. So I'm going to right click this, report connections. I'll do the same thing. Okay, but you can see that because of the data is large, it's taking time to load. So we won't select here because we still have some things to do. Because I need to show you how you go about creating the reports. So tonight's class is the final class on Excel. Okay, so permit me if we end the class by maybe 9:15, 9:20. Okay. Can we even finish 9:15? How many percent do I have left? 28. Might not take us to 9:15, but at least it will do something. All right. So I'm done with my slicers. All right. So I'm going to edit this properly. Okay. Click on my slicer. I'll come to slicer at the top here. So for columns, I will increase the columns to, how many do I have here? 4. I will increase the column to 4. Beautiful. Then I will close this. I will drag it. I will bring it to the header here. And then I will expand it. Nice. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing for year as well. So for year, I have 2. I will increase the column to 2. So I'll close this. I'll take it inside here. So I can drag this to the end. And then take this in here. So I can use this to do what's it called? To filter. Okay? And I am done building my dashboard. So now, if I want to share this dashboard online as a picture for people to see, as a picture, they won't be able to interact with it. Okay, if it was in Power BI now, there's a way, but it will require you having a paid account. Okay, but we don't have a paid account, so we're going to be leaving that out. Okay, but for Excel, the only way you can get people to see it is if you share them the Excel sheet that contains the dashboard, or you just give them the picture. So with the picture, they won't be able to interact with all these things. They won't be able to click 2017 and see only 2017. But if you send the Excel sheet to them, they'll be able to do that. Okay? So how do I save this as a picture? How do I do that? It's very simple. Click on anywhere in my chart. Okay? Click on anywhere in my chart. I will show you two ways. Once I click, this is what I click, Abby. I will now press Ctrl A. Ctrl A will select every item I have here. Once I do that, then I will just come to where I have a space here. I will right click and I will say save as picture. Now, if you don't have save as picture in your own, there's no problem. It's possible that your Excel cannot, maybe the Excel version you are using cannot save as picture. I will show you another way to do it. So for us, that our Excel version can do that, click save as picture and then call this, let me call it January cohort dashboard. Save it to desktop, click save. Okay, now if you cannot save as picture, after you press Ctrl A, you right click and you say save as, and you cannot see save as picture here. Okay, just try as much as possible to right click in different places, because there are some places you will right click on that you will not see save as picture. Okay, but if you right click and you not see save as picture, don't bother, just deselect. Okay, make it plain like this. Then hide this your ribbon. How do you hide ribbon? Come to this arrow here. You see this arrow, ribbon display. Click it and say full screen mode, or just do show tabs only. I'll click on show tabs only. Okay, I'll now put my dashboard like this. I will now come to my Windows start button. I will search for sniping tool. Click on sniping tool. Okay, then I will click on mode, rectangular snip. Okay, and I'm going to start from here. Click and drag to capture it. So once I click and drag, it captures it. You see the picture is snapped. And I'm going to click on save here. I'll say this one is peak 2. Or let me call it dashboard. Dashboard peak 2. And I'll save it. All right. So now we're done with this. Let's now go and view it from our, what's it called? So this is the January cohort dashboard that we built. Yes, if you add future data to it, as long as you click refresh that I showed you. Okay, as long as you click refresh that I showed you, it will work. Power BI also looks like this. It looks like this because I have been able to learn Excel to build dashboards, okay, that you can build in Power BI, or similar dashboard that you can build in Power BI. That is why I'm teaching you this method. Okay, all these card visuals that you see here, Power BI has a visual for it. You don't have to do background first, then text box. Okay? So they won't teach you this and just anywhere. Okay? Yes, you can group them before saving them. Now, if you look at this dashboard, I want you to notice something. Alignment. alignment, nice spacing, legible. You can see that it looks as if it was jam-packed or it was tiny before. But tell me what you cannot see very well here. Alignment, nice spacing, calm color. So when you are doing your own dashboard, I don't expect that you just do what's it called? You will just do whatever you feel like and then just draw two different distance together and just submit. I don't expect that. Okay. So this is where we're going to end the dashboard. So I'm going to open PowerPoint now to show you. I'm going to open PowerPoint now to show you how to start building your reports if you want to make use of PowerPoint. Okay, so, but let me first send the attendance link because someone said that shift starts by 9 p.m. So let me just send the attendance link now so that we can fill. But at least with this, you've learned quite a lot in today's class. With this, you've learned quite a lot in today's class. Okay, so I'm going to drop the attendance now. So I've dropped the attendance. You can fill. So now what I'm going to show you quickly. Okay, so this one is generally called dashboard. Okay, so the one that we sniped, dashboard pick 2. And we use sniping 2. You see it. Although it looks smaller, but at least it still does the work. Okay, at least I can see what you built. Okay, so if I say for your dashboard, your Excel project, submit a picture of your dashboard, use any one of those 2 ways. Okay, so I don't expect you to submit. If I say you should submit your Excel file, fine. Okay, so you see that. Now, to build your reports, let me open, or before I do that, let me show you how to download Power BI first. Let me show you how to download Power BI quickly. Okay. So to download Power BI, all you have to do is open your browser. Okay. Come to Power BI desktop. You search for it. Download. Power BI desktop download. Okay. So download Power BI desktop from official blah blah blah. I'll click on it. Okay, and then click on this download. Once you click on download, it will ask you for 2 options. Is your system a 32 bits or 64 bits? If your system is 64 bits, check this box and click download. If your system is 32 bits, check this one and click download. But most of your system will be 64 bits, definitely. So you check this and click download. So if you are not sure, how do you know the bits of your system? Your systems are bits. So search for about PC. About your PC. Once you click on this, you should see system type 64 bits. Do you see that? Mine is 64 bits. Okay. So if yours is 32 bits, this is what you will click and click download. Okay. So if this is not the page it brings you to, if this is the page it brings you to, let's say it brings you to this page. Okay. You come to where you have Microsoft Power BI desktop. Click on advanced download option. Advanced download option. Then it will bring you here. So once you download it, okay, it will download on your downloads folder. Then you go and open it and install. Okay. So if you don't want to go through that route, you can go through the Microsoft Store. Just search for Power BI Desktop. Make sure it is Power BI Desktop that you download, nothing else. Okay? Power BI on phone, no. Okay, the one on phone is just to view whatever you've built on your desktop. All right. So now, what's the time? Okay, so 21%. All right. And it's not even 9 yet. So let me go ahead and show you the PowerPoint. So I hope, so some people have downloaded it already. Please fill your attendance. If you are unable to fill, please let me know. So PowerPoint, okay? I'm going to click on blank presentation to open a new presentation, okay? So now on this presentation, I have this. You might not have this, okay? You might not have this designer, all right? So yours might show like this. So if yours is showing like this, no problem, all right? What I'm going to do is very simple, okay? So you can just come over to where you have design tab here and select any design that you like. So you can say maybe this one, okay, or maybe this one, okay, whichever one you feel that you like, okay, but let it be minimal, subtle. You don't need something that will scream, okay? I like subtle, just let it be subtle, okay? This is okay now. I can click this. I will now click to add title. I'll say Maven Toys Analytics. Maven Toys Analytics. And I'll say by. So, what's my name? Malik Akintola. Enter. Student ID. DA -0124 whatever your student ID is. Okay? Beautiful. So if you want to create a new page, come over to Home. Click this new slide. Okay? And select the kind of slide you want to create. Is it a section header? Is it a title slide? Is it title only? Is it with content? Whichever one it is you want to create. Content with caption, whatever it is. Or picture with caption. Okay? So yours can be picture with caption. Or it can be title only. Or it can be content only. Okay? So I can say title and content. Click to add title. I'll say overview. Control A to highlight. I'll make it bold. I'll make it bigger. Then click to add text here. So what is the overview? For this project, I'm going to do introduction. Then data cleaning. The approaches I took in data cleaning. Then data analysis. And then I can just say dashboard. All right. Now go ahead and come again. New slide. I'm going to insert title and content again. This time around, I want to talk about the introduction. So I'll now write a brief introduction on Maven Toys. You have a brief introduction here already. You can simply copy what you have here and take it back to your PowerPoint and paste. Do you see that? Okay, all these dots, you don't need it. You can delete all the dots. Or before you paste, just delete that dot and paste. It still doesn't work. You can highlight it, come over here, and click none. Do you see that? Okay, so this is the introduction, isn't it? So all this question mark, you need to correct it though. If not, reduction of mark. Then Sorry. So new slide. Let me now show you the important thing. Okay, so if it's for data analysis as well, data cleaning, do data cleaning. So what were the things you did in data cleaning? Okay, so changed the column data type from blah blah blah. You write it. Replace values on so column. You write it. Did this, did that. Okay, did this, did that. All right. So the main part I want to show you now is your analysis. Okay, so I'll click on new section header. I will now say data analysis. Okay, I can select this one and delete it. Then new slide again. I will now say content with caption. Click this. So from here, I can add a picture, okay, and caption. All right, I'm going to delete this first. Delete this one as well. I have only this box, isn't it? No problem. All right, I will expand the box like this to make space for me to write. Okay, now I will now come to my Excel this thing. Now all these visuals, I will speak about them. Okay, these visuals I have on my dashboard, and the ones I don't have on my dashboard that were asked in the slide. For instance, now, are there any seasonal trends in the unit bought for specific product categories? Okay, you come to your listing. You now come over to this sales and dates of product category. Beautiful. This visual. I will now create a visual for this one. Pivot table analyze. Pivot charts. I want to make use of this. Okay, I'll say okay. Open field list. Now, I will now put product category in legend, and then I will drag month name to axis. So it is better this way. Okay, now I can click this, Control X to cut, because it is still Microsoft product. If I press Control V, you see that it will paste it here automatically. Do you see that? Okay, so if I now want to talk about this, if this is my chart, okay, I want to talk about this chart, I will now say, oh, I'm coming. I'm not even meant to show you how to make use of PowerPoint. Okay, you can go ahead and also do some research on YouTube. You will now start. You will write a brief thing about this chart. So we noticed there was an increase in sales for the toys category, and it's peaking in May. Full stop. May happens to be the time when students blah 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 in USA, isn't it? So we believe that there's a correlation between this and this. All right. Then you go ahead and talk about something else again on this chart. Then you create new slide again. Okay. You add picture. You talk about it. Okay. You add picture. You talk about it. Then at the end, when you're now done with all your pictures and talking about, you will now create a blank sheet, a blank one like this. You will now add your picture of your dashboard. Remember, you already took picture of your dashboard. You just come to insert, pictures, this device, and you locate your dashboard. this one, insert. You see that? And then I'm going to resize it. Beautiful. Click this. You resize it and you put your dashboard there. And then at the end, insert another. I'm looking for content only. Good. You now say recommendations and conclusions or conclusion. Okay, so you go ahead and give recommendations. So we recommend this, do this, increase in this, change this product, increase the price of this. In conclusion, this. And then finally, you end with, you end with, where is it? You end with thank you. You end with thank you. You increase the size, make it bold, and change the font color, and you are done. Okay, so that is what is expected of you. All right, so once again, fill your attendance if you haven't done so. So this is where we are ending Excel. Your Excel capstone project would be sent to you by tonight or tomorrow. Okay, your Excel capstone project will be sent to you by tonight or tomorrow. The deadline also will be communicated. All right, so I believe you all found tonight's class insightful. All right, so what you gained from tonight's class, very, very time consuming. If you believe it's time consuming and you don't have the time for it, okay, then data analysis definitely is not the space for you. Okay, because this space is a very time consuming space. You need to understand that. All right, so I hope everyone have filled their attendance. Make sure to post on the class group chat as the final Excel class. Okay, as the final Excel class. Okay, your take home from all the Excel class so far, especially tonight's class, and what you see about Excel for data analytics. Okay, so for your presentation, when you are beginning to show picture and slide or picture and title, it's good to start with the aggregate first. Okay, the sum of sales is this, the sum of profit is this. Okay, your card, the sum of sales is returning formula. What is my error? You are typing the formula. You should type the formula in the formula bar, not inside the card visual. I showed that. You can catch it again in the video. All right. So this is where we're going to end tonight's class. All right. So kindly make sure to post on the WhatsApp group chat. All I said you should post.